Uh, yeah, hi, Nomita ji. Yeah. So we'll just start with the process. Gauri ji have already done the class, so just for an awareness. So, what is inner child healing? What is inner child, first of all? Anybody is aware? Sorry. Anybody has awareness? What is inner child? Yeah, 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 Jan.
Maybe all the stuff you
Yeah.
hold in you from when you were a child, and
Correct.
you relive the same beliefs or hold
Yeah.
those things in you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, great, great. Yeah, mainly that is how inner child is basically known as. But let me tell you one thing. This is a belief system which psychologists generally say that between 5 years, 7 years, 14 years. These are the time frames which generally psychologists count as inner child. That is the time your nature develops and a lot of other things develop. But I have a different take on that. The reason for that different take is very simple, that after teenage, when you getting into a job, for example, a lot of traditions or a lot of cultures basically talk about a lady has to go to her in-laws after marriage and things like that. So there are a lot of changes which even come after that, right? So those are things which generally people don't cover, or maybe it's just like a lot of people experience a lot of changes after, say, 20, 20, after they start doing jobs, after they get married, and so on and so forth. So those are some of the aspects which are left out in these kind of healing processes somewhere, because they are focusing about what, okay, maybe you're not progressing forward because of so many things. Now, the inner child process, which I had downloaded in 2020, April 24th of April 2020 was the day. If I'm sure everybody would have been more or less grappling with the pandemic at that time. So 24th of April 2020, I was also locked up at home. In fact, in India, I remember from 24th March, 24th March 2020, we went into lockdown, and it went on till about, I think, 1.5 months. We were like completely in our homes, things like that. So 24th April 2020 was the day I downloaded this process. Now, I had somewhere in 2018-19, I was visiting a lot of old age homes and orphanages. So that was the time I was aware that, okay, how do we take care of the grief which these children, these old people, they are going through? How do we release that grief? So I was shown this process. Now, on the other side also, like maybe during old age, parents, maybe there are many people who just put their parents into old age homes or whatever. Even that's a trauma which basically goes and registers in the inner child, right? So I had visited 2018-19 a lot of these shelters. So somewhere in my thought, I thought, why not have something which can also take care of them? I had downloaded this process that time in 20th April 2020, 24th April 2020. And I saw a different process altogether. Where, for example, I am 56 completed years, so 57th running year for me, right? Similarly, Jan, for example, if you have, let's say someone has completed, yesterday was the birthday, right? So yesterday, maybe that person completed 55 years. So today will be the 56th year for that person, in that person's this thing. So we start from the running year of that person. And then from birthday to birthday, each year we clear. How do we clear that? how do we clear that? So we have about 60 to 84 trillion cells in our body. 60 to 84 trillion cells in our body we have got, right? So this, the symbol, the way the symbol is made, the symbol goes to each and every cell of your body. Each and every cell of your body is cleansed of all the negative energies. And when I do that clearing process for you, so I will tell you that you are releasing fear, you're releasing anger, you're releasing frustration. All that will be informed to me via that symbol. So that symbol is basically something like, in India, we know something as the Sudarshan Chakra. It's something like a vortex, right? So it goes like a vortex and literally clears every negative energy from your cellular memory, each and every cellular memory of yours. And then it's something like in a fridge, in a refrigerator, you will have fresh vegetables and you will have not so fresh vegetables, and maybe you'll have some stale vegetables. So I'm sure everybody here would be getting into, this is expired, this is already gone, or something like that. So here we are literally releasing those energies which are not good for your highest good. And when we are releasing those energies, there is a void which we create. So there is something like, if I'm releasing the not so good vegetables, I am leaving some space, there is a lot of space which gets vacant. How do I fill that space? We fill that space with the angel energies, the green energy of the healing energy of Archangel Raphael, white energy of Archangel Gabriel. So green energy is for healing, white energy is for cleansing, peace, and even basically cleansing, peace, and kind of bringing peace to you. The green, white, turquoise energy is of Aniel. That is basically towards providing you a lot of inner awareness. So Haniel basically is for inner awareness. So green, white, turquoise is the energy. After that, blue is for shielding and tranquility. Another violet is for forgiveness energy. So violet is from Archangel Zadkiel, or in Indian culture, we know it as Yamraj. So he is the Archangel for mercy. So the violet is for mercy, or even transmutating any less than God energy into white light. So the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and the last energy is pink energy. Pink energy is nothing but unconditional love. So what we release from you, we are filling now with the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light, as I mentioned in the explanation for each color. After that, we call upon Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel is already done. Now, after that, we call upon Lord Metatron and Lord Melchizedek. Lord Metatron is basically giving you, I would say, clarity of thought and process, and also helps you to ground your energies faster. So Archangel Lord Metatron is basically towards clarity of thought process and even grounding you nicely and beautifully. Added to that, Lord Melchizedek. Lord Melchizedek is a very courageous energy, a destroying energy which destroys anything which is bad. So courage from Lord Melchizedek and clarity and grounding energies from Lord Metatron will also fill you. Right? After that, your cellular memory will burn in violet flame from Saint Germain. The violet flame is basically mostly about transmutating all less than God energies into white light. So in short, what we are releasing from you, you're filling with these energies. So this is for 1 year. Imagine so much happening in 1 year. So starting from the running year, then we go to the next running year. For example, if it is like in my case, it is the 57th running year. Once I do that, the whole process which I mentioned, then we go to the 56th year. Do the same process again, go to the 55th year. Likewise, go each year down to the first year. And after that, that is not the end of it. After that, we call upon your mother's womb and use the same symbol. Now, why do we use the same symbol for the mother's womb? Anybody can tell me? Anybody? Yeah, please go ahead.
Maybe the mother needs healing too of her womb, inner child healing too.
Yeah, maybe you're correct to that extent. I'll give you a more clear perspective. Is that when the mother is carrying the child, I have seen during my clearing processes, there was a 54-year-old lady who was having so much of humility inside her, where she used to be very over humble. So everybody, like her husband, would take advantage of her mother-in-law would take advantage of her. So kind of, you can say a doormat. Everybody would just, shout at her and go away. So kind of, she basically was very emotionally, I would say very fragile. If anybody puts an allegation onto her, so she would go to the, every month she would be admitted to the hospital at least once because of shock or stroke or something like that. So it was a continuous every month situation for her. Now, when I saw that, I was clearing her each year. I was clearing a lot of trauma. What I saw is that when her mother was carrying her in the womb, her mother did not have any love for her. In fact, she tried to abort her 3 times. So she was carrying these energies of being unwanted in the womb. And that was coming into this lifetime also, which is why she was completely, trying to please everybody and things like that. So when we do the mother's womb clearing, that is the time we clear these kind of energies or these kind of feelings which you are carrying from your mother's womb. Secondly, when a mother is carrying a child, for example, if the mother has a lot of anger, so that anger also will be passed on to that. If mother has a lot of fears, that fear will also be passed on to the child because the child is your buddy. When the child is in your womb, the mother and the child are buddies of each other. So they kind of mirror each other's energies, sort of. So all these things are fine. But at the same time, when a child looks at a mother, and because of attachment, which is attachment of concern or attachment of maybe, obsessive feeling, the child will say that, my mother should be better or, she should be in better energies, sort of. So the child somewhere carries those negative energies also with regards to carrying a mirror effect. So much of concern that they kind of start replicating those energies. So it's called as the mirror effect. So when we clear the mother's womb, we clear those energies which are not for your highest good. That is what we clear. So in short, that is by going back, clearing all the negative vibes and filling you with angel energies, then clearing the mother's womb. And after that, there is another process which we do going forward. From the mother's womb, when you come into the womb, we also provide you this green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light, which I mentioned. Then those energies of Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, and the violet flame also. After that, we also add, I would say, the karmic board members' energies. Karmic board members' energies of karmic balance. So you will be filled with karmic balance also going forward. So basically going backwards like 57, 56, 55, 54, then mother's womb, And after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to the 57. So reverse, move, forward. The forward is a bit faster. The reverse takes more time to clear. So that is how it is all about. Now, in this, I have cleared certain people. As I mentioned about this lady who was having very low feeling about herself. So she had started having better awareness about herself. And in fact, she took up a job. First of all, she opened her own bank account because all that time her husband did not let her open a bank account. So her husband used to take all the money and put it in his account, sort of. So first she started her bank account and started now. And the best part is she was so traumatically affected. Now she has started helping people who are in trauma. So she has registered with a NGO, a non-government organization, where she is trying to help people to come out of their trauma. The way she was stuck, she's helping other people in that way. After she had done the course with me. So she's even helping people come out of their inner child trauma, which she was going through. So this is some of the changes. Then there was a person who was working in who was having his family business was like astrologer in India. They were one of the very first family, 300 years back onwards. Their fathers, forefathers, everybody was doing astrology. But he did not have any interest. But there was a kind of a compulsion from his father, his grandfather, that you need to do this. So he was carrying that trauma inside her and a grief inside him, sorry. So when I did this process, now he has started doing like in Hollywood, in movies there in USA. Here we have got Bollywood. So he's now doing movies in Bollywood after doing that process. So he has started living life more effectively. So it's something like you release all the trauma, all the expectations, and basically you become more adapt to your energies. You start living in the moment. You don't live in the past or the future. The inner child basically helps you to clear all your grief, trauma, and mostly, if you know, generally we talk about people who are having suppressed anger inside them. Now that suppressed anger also is cleared with this particular healing process. So this is what I had to say. Anybody has any questions or anything, you can ask me. Because in fact, there are many people, I can give you examples after examples after examples where, so for example, I would talk about lungs. So lungs are affected by emotions. Heart is affected by emotions. Liver is affected by emotions. Kidneys are affected by emotions. Then the large intestine is also affected by emotions. So I would talk about all the viscerals of your body are affected by, and there is ultimately we are also clearing your trauma, which is your brain function. Now there is something called the amygdala in the brain, which is also cleared during these clearing processes. The amygdala is at the root of trauma. So there are 7 types of trauma, if everybody knows. It is known as PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, which a lot of people must have heard about it. Then there is a acute stress disorder. So acute stress disorder is something which is maybe a short-lived. So PTSD after 1 or 2 months. Sorry, acute stress disorder, if it lasts for more than 1 or 2 months, then it becomes PTSD. So acute stress disorder, then there is a secondary disorder, secondary stress disorder. So secondary means, for example, healers, counselors, doctors, people in the medical profession, when they see patients in their hospital and things like that, they are affected by that secondary stress disorder. Then there is something called ASD and BEGSED. Now, RAD and DGED. I'll share with you what it is. So RAD, so basically these 2 are the ones which more affect the children. Now, when we have parents who have, every year, 2 years, they shift their location, their city. So they keep shifting their city. And maybe they'll have different schools every time. They'll have different guardians in terms of people who help them. Their servants may be different. So these kind of people have two types of thing. One, they become a rebel, or second, they will go into a shell and just climb themselves up. So the same symptom is replicated in two ways. One, that person will be trying to please you, as they say, and a lot of people say that I cannot say no to anybody. I'm the yes. If you have seen that Jim Carrey's movie, The Yes Man, right? So that's a major issue which a lot of people carry. They want to please everybody. They don't want to displease anybody. So that is one of the, I would say, one of the, what do I call it? Symptoms of that particular thing. And there is another one which is a rebel. They want to just say no to everything that you say. So a lot of fraudsters basically will have a very beautiful time with these two people. Because one will be too easy to, the moment I tell with love, they will give them everything. And the second one will try to show their awareness, their logic, and their whatever, overconfidence. So one is underconfident, one is overconfident. So both of them will be stuck by these fraudsters. Then there is something called secondary stress disorder. Now, what is secondary? For example, I am shifting, let's say, to Germany, or I'm shifting to a new home. Let's say I'm shifting to a new locality. So for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it will take me to adjust to that new location, new city, new country, or whatever it is. So that is a secondary disorder. So not secondary, sorry. It is a kind of a temporary disorder where a person gets affected by trauma. That is where this I'm forgetting this name of this, but it is something like, if you have a new job, you're going into a new job with new people, bosses are new, so you have that stress for 1 month, 1 or 2 months, till the time you get adjusted in a new society, in a new colony, where you have people around you who are strange, that you don't know them, you don't know the locality, you don't know the markets, for example. So all that becomes a stress for some people, because they want everything perfect. Now, perfection may not be here. You have to discover certain things. You'll have to find out certain things. So that's also one of the trauma which you can develop. But generally, this one trauma is short-lived. For 1 or 2 months, you'll have problem. There are some people who might have it for longer periods. So it all depends upon how much you are ready to accept. All these trauma are basically because we are not used to, we are used to a comfort zone. We are used to a particular comfort zone, that, okay, it's like we carry that like a bubble around us. If that bubble is broken, we get completely helter-skelter. So somewhere we have to break that bubble to help us to start flying. Because when, as they say, when the walls close in onto you, there is only one option: you have to fly. That is what, in this process, I try to help people to start flying. Yeah. So the class is this weekend on 18th and 19th, which is on Saturday and Sunday. As of now, the timing is 4 p.m. India time to 9 p.m. India time. And anybody would like to join, you're welcome to join. And you can, even till tomorrow night, even day after tomorrow till 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you can tell me, I can reserve a seat for you. Now, as a parting gift, as all of you took out time, anybody has any question, please let me know. First of all, I thank you that all of you came today. Any questions or anything, any doubts or any query around anything? Yeah, Jen.
It sounds so wonderful. Yeah, it just sounds wonderful. Like to release all that stuff we hold.
Yes.
And I'm a big people pleaser, so I'm underconfident. And my husband, I think, is overconfident because he's always says no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. In fact, one lady who had her father passed away when she was just 7 or 8 years. So she had taken the responsibility of her family. So when we did this kind of inner child healing for her, she could feel her whole body become light, as if she's like become a bird or some sort of a thing, where she started as if she can start running. Otherwise, walking used to be a major issue for her. So some of the very, so we carry these responsibilities like a weight onto our shoulders and our back. So you will find a lot of change once you release these kind of energies, which are making you more weighed down. It's kind of, just weighing you down every time. So the weight may not be important. It is the emotional weight which you're carrying. It's more the grouchiness or the grumpy feeling which you get generally at the end of it all. Anybody has any doubt? Thank you for your appreciation, Dan. And I'll see you on Saturday. Yeah. Anybody,
It is,
Donna? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So after this clearing, is it something that sticks, or we have to keep pretty much doing the work from here
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. So once it is cleared, it is cleared.
Okay.
That is what I know for sure. Now,
Okay.
there are certain aspects where every day which you live in life, when you live in life, God forbid, I'm just saying that in 2022, I lost my pet daughter. So that was a huge, 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 huge trauma for us. So it was like,
Yeah.
so every, God forbid, I'm saying that I'm not trying to attract any bad things, energies towards you. But when you live life currently in the 3D, you will have a lot of attachment, you'll have a lot of expectations, obsessions, or whatever. So you will get a lot of, maybe, in terms of trauma or whatever you get it. Maybe, you'll get anger, you'll try to manage a relationship with some people and they will take advantage of you. So you will get anger at the end of the day. So these are all things where every day you will have some or the other experience. So if you do it once, yeah, it takes care of whatever is there till that day or till that year, right? So
Okay.
beyond that, you will still accumulate more. So, it's something like you're just adding certain things. Although, as a habit, generally, when you clear and when you learn, you know how important it is to clear. So, you will not even attract such energies towards you.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. Thank you.
learning and the clearing will become a different ballgame altogether.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thanks, Donna. Anybody else? Kranti ji, Gauri ji, Namita ji, and Ravneet. Okay. So if no questions, no problem. So what I will do is that I will do a healing for basically for any 1 year of trauma which you are carrying. So I will help you to clear. So Asha ji, you have just joined. I'm just doing a demo right now. I will send the recording on the groups. You can look at it. So I will clear 1 year of trauma from your life. Whatever is your current age, 1 year of trauma I will release with this energy. So just be surrendered to the Almighty. I'm drawing the symbol and sending the energy of the symbol to the one particular year of trauma which is to be released. I'm releasing a lot of frustration, anger, suppressed anger, seething anger, rage, also fears, and some trauma from all of you. And even those who will be listening to the recording, though they can also sit down and receive these energies. So the symbol has gone into the cellular memory for everybody for that particular year, which is a traumatic year for some of you, and for each one of you. And now it will keep clearing. It will clear everything. which is not working for your highest good. I can feel a lot of energy showing up. Palpitations also being released for that particular, releasing everything. The cords and the blockages are burning the violet flame. So that one particular year's healing has been done. I am now sending the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light to fill that gaps of what we have released in that particular year, cellular memory. So the green, white, turquoise, the blue, violet, and pink light is going to all of you. And Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek are filling you with clarity of thought vision, grounding you, also sending you courage. Now, the particular year's cellular memory is burning in the violet flame, and with ease and joy, it is releasing, integrating your energy body for all of you into your physical body, your body limited with making note of all the changes, all because getting done. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Your DNA is changing accordingly, and you will feel the peace and calm within you now. And then when you want to come out, just feel the changes inside you. Look inside and around you. And then when you want to come out, you can rub your palms, collect the energies in your heart chakra first, and then in your eyes, and open your eyes. How are you feeling? Anybody would like to share? Yeah, Jan?
No, I feel very, very good. I feel relaxed and calm now.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. I
Thank
look
you, thank
forward
you.
to this weekend. Yeah.
Yes. Look, see you during the weekend. So anybody has any interest for the weekend class, which is on 18th and 19th, which is Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. India time. And you can contact me on my mobile number 8108-233-332. I will send this to the various groups, the recording. And anybody else would like to share what they felt?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I felt a sensation on my third eye.
Wow, fantastic. So basically certain fears, which I could feel, certain fears being released for the third eye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else, sorry, would like to speak about it? Today my throat is clearing very much. So.
Thanks, Balaji. I can
thanks.
share.
Yeah.
I felt, even though I literally just joined as you were doing the process, felt a lot of energy still moving, especially in my chest area. So I would say closer to the heart chakra.
You know what is releasing. I will not say here. Grief.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for sharing your experience. Gauriji, you were trying to say something?
Yes, Deepakji, there's a lot of energy in my solar plexus and
Lovely. Lovely. I remember,
so much.
Gauriji, I think you have been about 6 months with me now, 6-7 months?
Yeah.
Good. You have really transformed yourself to that extent, I would say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gauriji. Thank you. So I thank all of you for taking your time. Kantiji, you would like to share anything? Or Ravneet or N? I don't know what is N. Sorry, please. Anybody else would like to share? Or we can call it off now. Thank you, everybody.